Cześć, witam was w kolejnym odcinku z Call of Juarez, Gunslinger. No i zaczynamy kolejną misję.
After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that son of a bitch Jim. I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were going to ground.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. The perfect place to hide out from the authorities. In fact, before I could find them, some Indians who fled the res and were hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military where they were.
Indians?
Yeah, they could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape back then.
Ale ta broń jest genialna. Nie mam ammo! To co mi kurwa idzie? Ostatnie 3 pociski. O nie! Trzeba z karabinku. No przestań żyć japę. No nie macie ammo żadnego.
Hey, how about another whiskey, Ben? Nothing better to soothe the troubled soul.
Ej, coś tyle kurde podejrzewam tego Bena, że on coś ma do niego, wiecie?
Now where was I? Indians, right. I had more than my share of run-ins with the red man. Like that time. Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I could still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again.
Strzelba, karabin, obrzy.
Great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men.
No skąd? Za namiotu mi nic nie zrobią. Mój namiot.
The darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
So, did you ever find him? The man you are after.
Let me ask you something, Ben. You ever think about death?
Ej, nie, naprawdę on do niego gada tak, jakby kurde naprawdę sobie tego miał.
Ooh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare
Tak.
me over to another year? What is this that I can't see? With ice cold hands taking hold of me. Well, I am death, none can excel.
No jeszcze deszcz.
I'll open the door to heaven or hell. Oh, death. Just spare me over till another year.
So are you gonna answer the question?
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Reed was indeed that son of a bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning they lynched me and my brothers. He was intent on avoiding my vengeance, but nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing. I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close.
O jakie full auto? Skąd wziął full auto snajperki? To może ty się pokaż?
I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse. I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well. He backed off as I closed in on him, but he was still intent on killing me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle on me.
O, zaraz jest skrót.
Hell, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Graves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
No, sir.
A man who spent half his life killing somebody's brothers, fathers, sons.
I think you were just looking for justice, sir.
Is that what I was looking for, Dwight? Is that what it was? Justice?
Isn't that why you were hunting the James gang?
The James gang. Right.
No
I
skąd?
found Frank holed up in his mountain cabin, and he was determined to have me dead. It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Ja pierdzielę, nie wierzę w to. Przecież ten dynamit tam w ogóle nie sięga.
It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
And that son of a bitch! You're gonna bleed! You moron! Come here! Take him out! Just one there! Bullet packets!
Szlak. Geniusz. Tu jest dynamit, dobra, ja się tu będę cofał.
Take him out! He's just one man! Never liked him anyway! Put him down! I want this bastard dead!
Dobra. Go. Pewnie będzie pojedyneczek. Już koniec?
Old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
Wiedziałem, że będzie pojedyneczek, nie?
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life! Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will! At this point, I just don't give a shit!
I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else.
You want Reed? Have at him! I never did like that bastard! I am done here!
We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
Peace.
So, what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts. But I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again. Rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that sumbitch out. Hey, Reed! I shouted. No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr while you're off providing for the family. She's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me.
Son of a bitch!
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him? Don't let him through!
Nie! Myślałem, że w drugą stronę leci. Aaaa!
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him? Aim if you're gonna fire.
Okej. Wszyscy? Nie? Masz łebka. Tu też masz łebka. O, tu jest przy okazji paseczek.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed.
Wziąłem sobie perka, żeby... No nie!
I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers.
No kurwa, nacisnąłem to gówno przecież. Muszę więcej sobie speeda naładować. Nacisnąłem to gówno przecież. Te pojedynki są tu zryte, nie? Oj, gierki nie będę powtarzał, tylko i wyłącznie z tego powodu. Jest!
And repay him I did.
Dobra, lecimy z kolejną misją.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame you never had to pay.
Koniec gierki też jest?
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him.
Epizod 7? Aha, dobra. Back to epizod
6
7.
months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
Ja się nie dziwiłem, że on mówił, że wyjść z bara, przecież nie dam jeszcze tego Boba.
For 40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
Ah!
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant. That son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years.
To Ranger, spoko.
By now, he had to be close to 70.
For all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind. As did others.
No skąd? Oni się tu pojawiają po prostu tak z dupy.
For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. Nothing. stop me from taking his
Kurwa,
life.
uniknął cały rozrzut.
Been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Suddenly it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades.
A, nice. Dwight Eisenhower? Przecież to jest ten. Ja pierdykam. A to jest Dwightik też. O ile to nie jest ten sam Dwightik. Nie, to jest ten sam Dwightik, tamten też był Eisenhower, nie? Zobacz, popaćkało mi się.
Town was falling apart, just like me.
Mi się wydaje, że to jest końcówka gry, nie? Postaram się to zrobić jeszcze. A w tamtą stronę, dobra. Prawie poszedłem w zon. Te znajdźki są fajne, bo dają expa. Jak się tu przydaje. Tu pewnie, tak? Nie, tu już byłem. Co do pół? Przecież tu już byłem. A tu, a ja kurde sobie poszedłem. I tu jestem. No. Dobra, ja poszedłem w innym kierunku w ogóle.
But I wasn't about to call it quits. Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo.
Dobra, tam biegnę.
Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around. I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse.
O nie!
But like I said, the bandits knew I was on to them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
O nie. Biorę karabin. Nie będzie mi któryś rzucał dynamitem. Tu moje strzały tak wybuchają, czy? O, po prostu beczki ma.
But you obviously prevailed since you sitting here telling us today.
Nie, to już był koniec. Nie! To już wylądowało tu. No czemu nie było słychać?
But you obviously prevailed since you're sitting down.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack. Because when I woke up,
From the dead?
there was silence all around me.
Cisza.
I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here, there, and even over there.
A, że długie go.
So I am right. You are titched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer, Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition.
Ja pierdolę. Co robię? Krótkie cięcie.
I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me.
Dobra. Ja pierdolę, to coś odwala.
And in the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him.
Co, nasza podróż dość się przy końcu, nie?
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun.
No nie, chciałem jest tego głupi. No jak mnie zaszczelił? No kurwa jak?
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him.
To był facet z dwururką. I sobie.
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
Kurwa, kierunki, no ten pocisk, który był taki do dupy.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
Ale stary Clint miał minigana, chociaż nie, lepiej żeby nie miał tego minigana. O nie, kurly Bill. O kurwa.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
Ta miejsca ma naprawdę dobry klimat, powiem szczerze. Jest wkurzająca, ale naprawdę jest świetny.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond. Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed, each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy. Thought. Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The
Kto?
science kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd see him alive.
He was alive.
No nie, tu nie ma się gdzie ukryć przed tym downem. Aaaa! No przez grób, nie? Najlepiej. No kurwa, jak on mnie napieprza przez tą pieprzoną ścianę. No jak on mnie napieprza z tego jebanego shotguna na taką odległość. Teraz tego nie ogarniam w ogóle, nie? No spróbujmy z tego. Ale go to bije. No nie! Loła już miał.
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd seen him alive.
He was alive.
Yes!
Called to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
Ah!
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Pakowałem mu tyle kulek w łeb, że kurde akurat.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you. Won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Trójkąt.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Eda's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
Ja pierdolę, to jest najgorszy pojedynek w moim życiu, nie? Właściwie fotkę. Noż kurwa mać! Ten strzelił. Jak to 7% to jest jajca robić? No skupiaj się dalej. Dobra, trzeba kurwa ich chyba obserwować. No nie! Kurwa, nie patrzył się na mnie przecież! Jak mam patrzeć, kto się na mnie patrzy, bo kurde, skoro się patrzą na obie strony. No co za gnojostwo jedno nie jest?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not so
Yes! Jest! Finał. Dobra, będzie dłuższy odcinek, więc co? Zobaczmy finał.
Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Co?
I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay.
O kurwa, to rzeczywiście.
See, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I changed my ways, I swear to you.
Ja pierdolę. Ale mówiłem, że coś do niego ma.
But you can't, Bob.
Szlak. Dobra, niech będzie. Zresztą nie zabił brata. Ale ja jestem pewien, że to będzie pojedynek, więc...
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Wanted to suss you out, Bob. See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir.
A mówiłem.
Dwight Eisenhower.
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
To Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life. You hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
No i tak właśnie skończyliśmy moją pierwszą serię na kanale z Juarez Gunslinger. Gra była naprawdę fajna, przyjemnie się w nią grało, klimat był po prostu niezwykły podczas rozgrywki. Tylko najbardziej mi przeszkadzały te pojedynki, które czasami się nie wklikiwały. Ale nie. Gra była naprawdę świetna. Krótka, ale no... Nie lubię strasznie długich gier, bo nie przechodzę potem. Niesamowita po prostu, ta historia po prostu... No, świetna była dla mnie. Robimy escape. O kurde. Dobra, to na tyle w tym odcinku ostatnim serii Juarez. No i niedługo możecie się spodziewać na kanale czegoś nowego.